Welcome to the second day of our Drupal camp here at BYU. I'm not going to go over everything we went over yesterday in terms of the opening. I did bring up the logistics page so that everybody was aware of, because there are some people here today that were not here yesterday. What's that? Sure. So this is Katrina Lesser. She's in charge. And then I'm sure when Harris, I help her. Do we have, how many new people do we have here today?
Yeah.
Great, welcome. I guess I should probably kind of stay over this direction so I can, yeah. So, how did things go yesterday? How did we feel like things went? We get questions answered, good information, good collaboration? I hope so. If not, if you have questions still after yesterday, track somebody down and ask them. So to turn the phone on vibrate, you anyway. So the schedule for today. Why is the mouse not moving? Oh, because the mouse doesn't like the reflective surface. We're going to talk a little bit for this half hour, 15 more minutes, about what kind of happens here at BYU, a little bit about what we'd like to see happen. Then we've got sessions in here, layout options you didn't know you had, and content editor training from 9:30 to 11 in this room. I will be with Rosalind Helps. Rosalind, you're here, right? She'll be here. I'll be up in the 240 computer lab. We're hoping to actually get people creating their own sites and doing other things.
Yeah, some people had asked that they wanted to see what it would look like to actually install, if we can actually install Drupal, things like that. So if you want to see that, that's
yeah. So we'll pretty much start from scratch and set you up with the site. I'm hoping that we can have a domain of one's own. I don't know how many are familiar with BYU domains. Anyway, it's a hosting / domain name that, because you're affiliated with BYU, you can get for free. And it's kind of meant to be a portfolio site, a personal site, or whatever kind of thing you want it to be. But you can set one of those sites up for free, and we'll go through some of that stuff. So everybody, if they want to set up a Drupal site, we can get you set up. I would even help people set up a WordPress site if they wanted it. So then from 11 to 12 in this room, Jeff McClellan, who is from Publications and Graphics, they're the ones working on rebranding right now. There was a really big, and actually this. We had a big website audit that happened over this last year, and the results of that website audit mostly weren't surprising, but one of the things that came back was the brand for BYU wasn't as ubiquitous as we thought it was, right? That it wasn't as understood or as well grasped. Looking at the web presence that we have, people didn't just look at a website and say, oh yeah, BYU. There were a lot of sites that were so different, even though they were BYU.edu sites, that people had no idea it was related to BYU. So we're trying to, and I mean the bigger community, not me and Katrina, anyway. There's a big impetus right now to create a stronger brand presence for the web presence that we have. That'll be talked about here in the auditorium. You'll notice that that's not with any other sessions. That was totally by design. If you're here at BYU, or if you just want to talk about branding in general, this is a good place to be. We also, for those that aren't from BYU, did push it up against the lunch hour. So if you wanted to go catch an extra hour for lunch, that's up to you, right? Lunch again is not provided, but there's several people will be going over to the Cannon Center, other places locally.
The Cannon Center was really busy yesterday, though, so maybe I won't recommend it as strongly as we did yesterday, but it's still an option. So
Yeah.
I just encourage if we can just group up so we can just still talk and get to know each other over lunch.
Right, that would be preferred, right? Wherever you go, make sure you're not just going by yourself. So you can ask questions, collaborate, whatever it takes to kind of build up the community here. So then 1:30 to 2:30, the Nielsen Norman training, which is all about website UX. I don't think, well, in general, the web is not very user experience friendly. We can do a better job here at BYU as well. And this will be based on, this Nielsen Norman training is based on some other training that we've received here at the university. It's really, really good.
And it's specific to department websites and university websites. Also, there's other just really good UX information in there about what people know, but it is like very specific to our needs as well for residents on campus. I still recommend it to everyone, even visitors from off campus, because it's really good and just really good for UX, but it is specific to us too.
So we've got, then I'll be doing a training working with iCal and RSS feeds, really consuming data. And 2:10, from 2:30 to 3:30, discussion about university calendar redesign and integration with other sites on campus.
And also the work that Rob and Michael have done.
Yes, so Rob and Michael, in fact, let's show that. Not everybody will fully appreciate.
Sherwin?
Yes.
Is there any way to turn those spots off that are on the,
You know, honestly, I would love to think there was. I really, really, really.
Oh, the lights? I thought this one was.
Are any of those lights on?
These light switches aren't in control today.
Wait, that was something. That was the big glaring spot. Is that better?
The only other option says fire on it, so.
Is there anything in the tech podium? Is there anything in the tech podium about it?
That's volume.
Yesterday, this worked, and it changed. No longer.
I don't really see.
Did you want more
We can
lights?
give you more lights. I'm sure there's got to be. It might be up there. I don't. It looks like he's trying in the sound room to see if there's anything.
Thank you to our video guy.
We'll try and figure that out for the sessions anyway. Anyway, so if you go to calendar.byu.edu and you click on the academic calendar, which, had I remembered, is academiccalendar.byu.edu. But anyway, this calendar that they did, Rob and Michael and their team, this is a Drupal calendar, which looks really awesome for a Drupal calendar. So, Drupal calendar, I mean, it's really all about the styling and everything. I understand that, but there's like a lot of stuff going on here. And so they'll be talking some about how they got there and then what they're doing also with regards to other, or with regards to the calendar, the BYU calendar redesign. So that's also a place you can come and give feedback as well. We'll also have CAS attributes and automatic user roles and other CAS kind of related questions by Katrina in 210. And then Julie Hatch, who works with us, is going to talk about some module, and then she's done a lot of kind of custom configuration of Drupal for specific use cases to work with the ORMLs. So she's going to talk a lot about those kind of things as well. 3:30 to 4:30, personal API. It's kind of a buzzword right now in the industry, and it's another way to identify who you are that will hopefully, yeah. So it's another standard, so we can go from 40 down to 1, right? because that's how standards work. You introduce new ones and everything else goes away.
And you don't have to already understand APIs. He's going to introduce the concept of APIs and show some configuration that he set up to work with APIs.
Yeah, it's actually, it's a really interesting concept and has a lot of potential. So, and then the other one was data migration with and without Drupal. In other words, there's some Drupal site or modules that help you do migration from one site to another, from another source to your Drupal site. And Julie's done both ways. She's done within Drupal and then also just copying a whole bunch of stuff out of database and mapping it out, right? So that'll be covered 3:30 to 4:30. And then 4:30 to 5 here, we'll be doing a really short closing out and some raffles. You do have to be present to win, just so you know.
Stay, can't leave early.
You can, but your odds go down.
But we have some awesome prizes.
Yeah, we do have some great prizes. Lots of so if you want to see, this is totally random. I'll remove the pager so it doesn't look like we're actually paging through results, but your name could be here. All right. Okay, I think we're. Go ahead. You got a few minutes. Yes.
Okay, so I want to make sure everybody knows about the Drupal group that you can sign up for. You all should sign up for. If you go to web.byu.edu under groups, you can see Drupal right here. We also just added the WordPress group, trying to help them get information there, because that is starting up. But this, again, in case you don't, or you forget, this is information about how we meet, the first Thursday and third Thursday, how we have trainings, and how we meet up for lunch and talk about projects, ask questions. This is a great way to learn and get answers to your specific questions with your projects. Also, join the Drupal Utah Slack channel. That's how I got connected with some of the people from in Salt Lake. I know there are a few here today. So I really want to encourage you guys to get on Slack and get on that channel. They have a learning Drupal channel also, so you don't have to feel like you have to be a super advanced developer to join this group. But it's a great way to learn about new modules, network with people, and just ask questions. You can also ask your specific questions for your projects on ask.byu.edu with the Drupal tag if you have an issue. There's also another Drupal developer community, front-end developers, and this is like a worldwide Slack group, and there's a Drupal channel there that I've been on as well. And so I just want to make you all aware of those resources online, and also let you guys know that on our main Drupal camp site, we're going to be posting a lot of resources for each session. I'm encouraging the other presenters, and then I also will post links to the videos that have been recorded, videos that are additional materials, additional tutorials, other resources if you want to learn more about the subject, things like that. And we're also going to be working on collaborating to either on this website or a new Drupal website, put a ton of training resources and connections to other resources online. Because there are a lot of actual free resources online that I've used with Drupal training or helping other people learn Drupal. So we want to be sharing those with all of you. So, so please come here and join this group. You can request group membership, and then you'll be emailed every time we post a new meetup or a new announcement. So I think that's mostly it. Right?
Yep. Actually, one other thing really quick. So we mentioned yesterday that we've got the 2 meetings with the Drupal group every month, right? We've got the training and Q&A on the first Thursday in the library, and then the chow and chat on the third Thursday in the library.
Not in the library.
Or sorry, not the library, the Cannon Center. Yeah, the library hates when you bring food. Anyway, there is one tomorrow, right? It's the third Thursday, so we will have a chow and chat tomorrow at the Cannon Center.
We'll talk about how this went. I mean, we're going to hopefully get feedback from you guys at our closeout at 4:30 also. But if you guys want to talk more about future trainings, if you guys want to come and say, like, I'd really like to know more about this, this, and this, we can plan those in our in the
And
next
this one kind
trainings?
of came together quickly.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Based on like our experience with people on campus, what we kind of guess you guys have needed or what would be useful. But we'd love for you guys to suggest topics for the
and
next
we'd
training.
love for some of you guys to present, right? To help with some of these where it makes sense. We're more than happy to fill in where we need to, but there's a lot of expertise, even on the non-technical side. There's a lot of expertise on campus that can contribute to the community. So for next year, we were actually already talking about planning it for next year. We'll put stuff out ahead of time. There will be a time to, actually, let me ask this question really quick because we've got like 3 minutes, so I shouldn't waste it. If we were to charge $10.50, which would cover the Cannon Center, right, for the 2 days, how many people wouldn't come? Right, because we didn't charge anything for this one, which totally works for me. I don't have a problem with that at all. But it might be simpler, and I was talking with Joanne yesterday, who presented project management stuff and works with us and presents today on the UX. And she suggested that maybe that we could contact the Cannon Center people and say, hey, if we've got 100, 120 people coming, can you carve off a section of the dining hall for us? And right, and then if we just charge you guys what it costs us to do that, if we were to go $20 a person, so we could get a T-shirt, would people like that better, or would it make any difference? Yes, no?
Good.
Yes?
Maybe.
No?
Good.
Okay. T-shirt. I mean, honestly, the T-shirts are right. I mean, it's always lowest bidder anyway. So we could do that too.
We could get door prizes.
We could do
Is
better and more door prizes. Right now, all the door prizes were sponsors and donations, right? There's no reason we couldn't do a small amount and do some other door prizes.
Yeah. I mean, $20 for 2 days of training isn't bad, right?
Especially
that
if we end
gonna
up throwing in
deter
lunch
anyone?
too.
Yeah,
Right.
with lunch.
So,
Okay.
okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Cool. All right. And on to our sessions. Thanks, guys. And again, here's where we're at right now.